Hey everyone, Jeff Virginiak here, and I'm making this video to address a lot of questions that have come in about what to do with the focal objects of the passive brain fitness videos. What do you do? What are your options? Now, before I go into it and give you some really detailed instructions here, the priority, number one, is to never strain your eyes. Don't go cross-eyed. Keep the muscles around your forehead, your eyes, your mouth, your neck, your shoulders relaxed. Okay? So if there's anything that you attempt to do that causes you to strain, I simply want you to stop doing it. Right? Straining is counterproductive to what we're doing here. Just let it happen. So here are your options on how to approach each of these videos. Option number one is do nothing. Just watch the video and enjoy it. Just enjoy the stimulation. The movement and the objects and how they move and the relationship to the background or the foreground is going to automatically rev up your visual system and cause a lot of great things to happen, all the valued outcomes that we're looking for. So you don't have to do anything to get benefit. You can just simply enjoy it. That's always an option for you. Now, if you'd like to kick it up a notch, what you can do is follow the objects on screen with both eyes. So as it moves from one side to the other, right, follow it with both eyes. Right, when it goes up, it goes down, follow it with both eyes. I also want you to pay attention to how it waxes and wanes, how it goes in and out. It seems like it's getting closer to you and then maybe farther away from you, and maybe it's spinning. I want you to pay attention and adjust the focus of your eyes based on how that object appears on screen. So when it splits into two objects, you have the option to just use both eyes to pay attention to what's going on screen. Again, paying attention with both eyes, the relationship of each object to one another, and how it's moving, how it's coming in, and breathing out, right? And adjusting the focus of your eyes accordingly. So you can do that. So you're using both eyes. The third option, if you want to kick it up a notch even further, is to, when they split into two, right, make the effort, okay, to track each object with each eye. So every time there's something on this side, I want you to use this eye to track it. Whenever there's something on this side of the screen, I want you to use this eye to track it, right? Make the effort. I understand this feels unnatural, and I understand this is almost impossible to do, especially in the beginning. But it's the effort that makes the difference. When I'm looking at the EEGs and the brainwave activity, it is the intention, it is the effort that seems to make all the difference in the world. And so whether you're successful at it or not does not matter. And I don't want you to judge it. I don't want you to do any of that. Just make the intention, and you will, in fact, kick it up a notch in terms of the way that your brain responds to the passive brain fitness technology. So the question is, what happens when both objects are on one side? Well, simply move both your eyes to that one side, right? And pay attention to the relationship of each objects to one another in regards to the background or the foreground. And when they all move to another side or to the up or to the down, right, just move your eyes accordingly. You're not necessarily looking to like split your eyes, like put one up, one down, right? I don't even know if I did that or I could do it properly, but make the effort, make the intention to do it. And what happens when the objects come to the center of the screen? Well, simply just join your focus together. And when the objects cross each other on screen, I don't want you to go cross-eyed, okay? Stay relaxed and just pay attention to the movement. What you want to do is, if this eye is tracking what's on this side and this eye is tracking what's on this side, when they cross over, I simply just want you to switch. Which eye is paying attention to which object? And do it naturally. So that's all you do, but just make sure that you do it in a comfortable, relaxed, easy way. Again, it's not whether you're successful at doing it, it's whether you make the effort. Now, since I've been doing this and I've had these multiple objects on screen, I've had a lot of feedback. A number of people have come back to me and they've said that their vision actually has improved. And some people have said their acuity, in terms of their sensory, their visual sensory acuity out in the world has actually gotten better. And this is completely unintended side effect, but it makes sense that this would happen because, you know, if you're using the advanced way to track these objects, you're purposefully using your eyes in ways that we typically don't do in the world. And some muscles are contracting and releasing independently of one another or together. And it's like eye exercises. So it makes sense that you would get some improvements in vision and in your overall sensory acuity when you're out in the world. That makes sense. So for me, this is just a real pleasant, unintended side effect. Now, I suspect I'll get more and more of that feedback. Will it do it for everybody? I really don't know at this time. But enough people have come to me and mentioned it that I think it's definitely a real thing that's going on with this. Now, I also want to bring up advanced applications of the eye tracking because this is really important. What seems to be true is that eye movements in general are directly related to the way our brain encodes our experience of the world. So everything that we experience, everything that we remember is sort of burned into our brain, if you will. It's written into our brain. And eye movements seem to be a natural part of how it's encoded. So whether we're experiencing something here in the now or we're remembering something, the way our eyes move is an important part of recalling the emotional components of that. And also it's important in recording the emotional components of that when we're experiencing things in real time. Even people that are born blind from birth, right, use their visual cortex, and they use eye movements when they're talking about emotions and pasts and the present and so on and so forth. So it's something very important for us to look at. And neurolinguistic programming, EMDR, and several other techniques that have proven to be really effective for unlocking emotional trauma use eye movements. And again, it's because it seems to be a strong relationship between how the eye moves, how the eyes move, and how we remember things, how we encode our experiences. So as we continue to develop this technology here, and I begin to develop even better processes for using this, we're going to create some programs in the membership that are going to be specifically for releasing emotional trauma and processing out some negative emotions. Because a number of people like EMDR, NLP, and Rick Ceruno, who's somebody you're going to be hearing a lot more from. He's a great guy, runs the Body and Mind Clinic here in Windsor, Ontario. He developed an emotional release technique using eye movements because he noticed something really amazing. And other people have noticed this too. He's just found a better way to use this knowledge. And this is it. When a person is experiencing stress, whether it's from the past or in the present, the eye movements tend to lock up. They're not as fluid. They don't move around as nice and as fluidly, right? When somebody is happy, remembering something happy or feeling really good, their eye movements are really fluid, right? They're bouncing around all over the place, right? So there's a correlation between a locked eye movement and a fluid eye movement based on emotional experiences, whether in the past or in the here and now. And so what a lot of techniques like EMDR do is they want to recode the way that you attach emotionality, if you will, to past traumas. And they do it by having you engage and remember things and then have you move your eyes in all these funky ways, right? Back and forth. It's called bilateral movement. Well, what Rick Ceruno has been doing is that he's been showing in his office and he showed me how to do this. He even did a technique with me. It was really, really cool. I had to search and search for something I wanted to release, but I found one. And what he did is he had me, as I remembered this past experience, right, that he had me move my eyes this way, and then this way, and then this way, then up this way again, and then this way, both eyes at the same time, as he was talking to me. And what I found is that my emotional connection to that bad negative experience from my past completely vanished, completely went away. Very similar to what happens with EMDR, but with this, it happened much quicker and with a lot less effort. So we're going to be creating special programs that really address this, and they'll be available to you in the members area. And some of them will be a part of this actual membership, so it won't cost you anything extra. I mean, we'll have some specialty ones that if you want to get into, that may be an additional cost. But we're going to give you some free in this membership that you can use, and we're going to really use these eye tracking things to help you release past traumas and negative experiences that may be impacting your life right now. Some doctors and some experts say that if you're hanging on to trapped emotion from the past, that it can one trauma can literally increase the cortisol level, of 20% in your brain, which can hinder the way it works. So it's really important that we use this technology to produce some really permanent solutions to improve the quality of your life. And you're going to see this happening a lot more within this membership, is that we're going to have some advanced applications that are really going to take advantage of all the technological advancements I've made with this technology in the eye tracking and the eye movement. So I want to thank you very much for being a member and using this technology and providing the feedback. And I'm just very grateful for you. Thank you so much. And I really hope you enjoy it and continue to get benefit from it. So until next time, I wish you an amazing day. Bye for now.